This video is an overview of the Stok.ly back office to help orientate you around the navigation and help find what you're looking for. So the first place to start is the top right, and this is our knowledge base. So if I click on the question mark, up comes the knowledge base. If I click on explore our knowledge base, we get all the different categories of help that you could find, but I could just type a word in, for example, purchase, and I'm going to get all the help articles related to that. So if I wanted to create a manual purchase order, I could click into that. I can open up by clicking on this little icon here, and this video will walk you through the setup and creation of manual purchase orders, and here is the video. So that's at your fingertips. On the left-hand side is our navigation, how we find our way around the different screens in Stok.ly. Expand those. Obviously, Stok.ly is available in the cloud. You can log on anywhere, anytime in the back office, as long as you've got a broadband connection. In account management, we can create new users. When you create a new user, you can assign them a role, and we create the roles here. So, you can call these roles whatever you would like, and you can assign them granular permissions. These permissions apply to point of sale terminals, the back office, and also the stock app on handhelds. Account setting handle the basic business information, but also handle your payment method, which you add in through Stripe. And apps are a way we would connect with points of sale terminals, Power BI, handhelds, etc. Stock and inventory are items. This is where we'll handle all your items data. You can import and export the import items template. For example, I can click through here and download the latest version of that. That would give us the spreadsheet, the latest template. And that's the same for editing or creating items, any data point in an item. Units of measure, that's how we buy and sell, that's how we buy and receive goods in. So, items from suppliers in quantities at cost price, buying the same item from different suppliers, etc. Bulk editing, creating composite items. And again, bulk creating parent and child. The import listing template enables you to list in bulk across multiple channels for multiple products if you wanted to do that via a CSV. It also helps you link variations of an item. So I might have a universal windscreen wiper, but I want to list it on my website as windscreen wiper for an Audi, windscreen wiper for a BMW, each with their own SKU, but I want them linked back to an individual item. We can affect and override item titles, descriptions, images, etc. in bulk at the channel level for every item. I can add and remove columns. I can type in and search, and when I jump in, I can open an item. There is a video that looks through items in detail, and I would suggest you watch that next. We'll manage your suppliers. You can have as many suppliers as you want. Locations, again, as many locations as you want, warehouses, stores, vans, that type of thing. In a location, we have contacts, we have bin numbers, We can click through and have a look at the inventory in that bin. And down here in stock history, add a location, we've got every transaction that goes through any of these at a location. Goods receipts, by location, receiving goods in without a reference, that's just scanning goods into a location from a supplier. From a stock transfer, obviously items that have been picked, packed and dispatched in one warehouse and moved to a store or another warehouse are received in, scanned in, what have you. Against a purchase order, so you can receive goods against a purchase order, receive one goods in against multiple purchase orders. And then you might also want to receive returns from e-commerce. So you can either have created a returns document, or you can just search on the fly for either the Stok.ly sales order number or the source ID from your e-commerce channel. Manage stock adjustments, stock takes, so rolling stock takes, stock transfers, full audit trail of the status of those, not received, part received, received, have they been dispatched, etc. Click through and see, what items have been transferred. Variance reporting, anywhere expected doesn't equal actual across goods receipts, picks, stock returns and stock takes. So for example, in a stock take, we were expecting 21, we found 10, you could investigate it, jump in and resolve that, make your stock adjustment, leave an audit trail, and that's going to spread back through stock adjustments and show the locations and the items table in the stock history. We have purchase orders. Create purchase orders in requisition, purchase orders in multi-currency. So this is in requisition, hasn't been submitted, minimum spend, your own reference. I could leave notes with a customer, multi-currency. You can use the set exchange rate, or you could just set the exchange rate for this specific order. Items, expected delivery dates, landed costs, and then you can part and full invoice a purchase order. And then once you start receiving goods in, you'd have a full audit trail here of all the goods in notes linked to this purchase order. Sales orders, you'd receive all your sales orders in from each channel. You can have a quick look at the items that are in that. You can add and remove columns. We have a advanced search feature across all the tables in Stok.ly. So for example, I might want to do a date created search or search by tags that are in sales orders, etc. If we jump into a sales order, an unprocessed sales order, again, we've got all the financials. We could add tags. These would be the notes that come through from a sales order, or we can add our own. It's all editable. So if you wanted to change the delivery option or change the cost, you can add in ship by dates, or they can come through from your e-commerce. Again, delivery instructions, carrier references. You can adjust the delivery address. There's a lookup. The items are fully editable. I can add and remove items. I could add tags in at the item level. Payment invoices. So, fully editable sales orders. Again, sales orders can be part or full invoiced. So if you are creating sales orders and only invoicing at the point of dispatch, we can manage that for you. Here we've got channels. Every channel, e-commerce channel you're connected to. For example, Shopify will manage the mapping of your attributes, setting, for example, the price for Shopify attribute in Stok.ly and matching that with the price attribute from your Shopify channel. Manage your inventory by location, so choose which locations are going to push inventory through to your e-commerce channel. Manage listings, so if we want to list to Shopify, just come through here. I could search for an item, then I could list them all. Simple items, parent and child, composite items, and then just click forward. That's going to create your listings on e-commerce channels. We'll handle returns, so nice, slick, easy returns. You can create returns and email the document to your customer. It's customizable with your logo and what have you, and that's, email it to the customer directly through Stok.ly. They print it out, arrives with a barcode, and once you have completed a return, then you can decide whether you want to do a refund, swap out, exchange it for a different item, etc. We hold all your customer data. So when people buy on e-commerce, we'll look for a unique identifier, like an email address and a name. We'll aggregate the sales against existing customers, or we'll create new records. For business customers, they could be individual or organizations. If it's an organization, they can have multiple contacts connected to that. They can have trade pricing, account balance, credit limits, payment terms, invoicing address, and shipping addresses. We can also create manual groups and link those through to discounts and rewards, or they could be automated groups where we create logic based on their behavior and then link those through to discounts and what have you. You might want to look at customers' change in behavior. So, these were our best customers who spent £10,000 with us last year but haven't bought from us in store or online for 90 days. Creates an active list, and you can use that, export it, import it into your marketing, what have you. When sales orders come in, we run fulfillment rules. This assigns items in a sales order to a courier and courier service. We use logic-based rules to get the right item to the right courier. This would determine which location we're going to fulfill this from. We can set Stok.ly to only process items we do have, i.e. send out items in stock but leave other items on back order. Perhaps don't process the order until we have all the items available. In this way, Stok.ly can help automate your back orders and pre-sales and automatically match the chronologically oldest sales order as stock arrives to fulfill against it. Once the fulfillment rules have run, that creates your goods out notes. These are your dispatch notes, fully editable. So link back to the sales order. It would show any delivery dates, instructions, messages from sales orders. Again, delivery address is fully editable with an address lookup. If you need to change it, you could update your courier and change that to a different courier service. You can change the packaging. You can change the weight. You could create consignments, split that into 2 packages. And at the point where you are ready to pack it, you can print a courier label, dispatch it. That updates your e-commerce channel. We'll bring the tracking code from your your courier in here and send that to your customer. But we can also handle batch picks. We've got pick rules, which will break up the sales orders, goods out notes into batch picks. You can set how many items you want in a pick or the max weight. We can use logic to break up the picks, small, medium, large items, different types of categories, different zones in a warehouse, different warehouses. Ultimately, we can automate the whole of the sales order processing using our rules engine and push all of this information through to the handhelds. Our reports, we've got basic reports, but we also have a full custom reports and dashboards through Power BI. We have all our EPOS configuration tools here. And then finally in settings, this is the currency board, so you can set your base currency rate for trading and add in any currencies that you want to buy or sell goods in. You can update from HMRC. You can set your own rates. You can set tax classes. So, for example, we've set up 0 rated, standard and reduced. You can set up the rules within them for different regions. So if you're selling across multiple regions, it'll pick it up from the address of the location you're selling in. We can schedule CSV exports, and we can also handle pretty much all your major accounting integrations. So that's a quick overview of the Stok.ly back office. The next video that I would recommend watching is a detailed overview of items. Thank you.